A live look between the hedges. Sanford Stadium in Athens. Saturday afternoon's the perfect setting for a game like this. It's the Missouri Tigers and the Georgia Bulldogs. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Anytime you step between the hedges at Sanford Stadium, you know you are on hallowed ground in college football. This is one of the best places you'll ever watch a college football game. The red and the black, the dogs, even the Uggas are buried in the stadium. This is one of the most iconic spots in all of college football. Guys?
Appreciate that, Holly. Missouri ready to kick off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And they're attacking the middle of the field. That's a big gain by the offense. And I know the big fella, I know it takes him a second to get going, but once he gets 8, 10, 12 yards downfield, those are big strides, and it's hard for people to keep up with them. Really nice job getting vertical. Nice play by the offense.
Here's a give to Frazier.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Selling the fake. Buys time to his left. Gets rid of it. Out wide left, it's Humphries. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And you talk about just being a pain in the butt. This guy, he can just scramble, move, throw it on the run, and his ability to extend the play was the reason for the conversion right there, Palmer.
Yeah, and David, I like the idea that he kept his eyes down on the field, right? With his speed, there's a lot of guys in his position that would have just taken off and tried to go get it with their legs, but he gave the play a chance. He allowed the routes to develop and let everybody work the scramble drill to find a big-time completion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Back to pass on second down. Got there right as the ball did, jarred it loose. It'll be third down.
And this has been a really good first drive, man. You talk about scripting the first however many plays. It's different for all the coordinators. Nice drive down the field. Now set up in a third down situation. Let's stay aggressive. Let's capitalize on this momentum and not try to kick these field goals because, you know, kicking field goals sometimes down the road can come back to bite you.
Under pressure. Got his man. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Austin Simmons, the play fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. Missouri will have to send out the punt team. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Searching for space. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
The play fake. Got out of trouble and throws. Left side is Humphreys. And he's brought down after a nice game.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the second drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll ride him again. Got enough space. Touchdown, Georgia. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Wide open downfield. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. Just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Run in the red zone. It's Hardy. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. This is a design run. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Pulls it and runs it again. He was looking everywhere for more running room and couldn't find it. He'll be 4 yards short, and it's 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Don't even think about sending the special teams out on 4th down and 3. Simmons to throw for it on 4. He caught it. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off.
Well, it's a heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip shot field goal with where they were on that 4th down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
1st and goal, and this feels like their chance to make a game of it. Here's Simmons to throw. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
And this offense shows right away on 1st down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on 2nd down and goal?
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. Here's Hardy. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Quick give. It's Frazier. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And then all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Missouri's offense heads out and ready to go. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Simmons, rush right in his face. Finds his target. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Short pickup of 4 on first down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Looking to pass, it's Simmons. Snags it. Got room at the 35. Turning on the Jets. Touchdown Tigers. And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the Georgia offense, ready to go on the attack. That 14-point lead is gone, and now they'll try to get back on top with a scoring drive here. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
2nd and long here. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
The Bulldogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Looking for a man. It's Stockton. They're all over him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
When you talk about versatility at the running back spot, you got to talk about this guy in the conversation. He already has caught a touchdown on this one. They're still trying to throw him the football. That one goes incomplete, but I would keep this up if I'm on offense.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He slings it deep to the left. Makes the grab deep. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Makes the grab. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, looking for a man. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
And the defense has given up some plays, some passing yards on this drive. You want to stop that? Nice job rushing the quarterback, making him feel a little bit of pressure and getting him on the ground and now getting him behind the sticks.
Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the heat. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a 4th down. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Visualizing the right ball flight from 39 yards out in the right hash. That is no good. And here in the second quarter, missed field goal leaves us tied, guys.
Hey, sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man. Just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Tight end now in motion. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. At the 35, he's loose. Could be an alley. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. The ride. And he stopped right there. No gain on the play.
And it really doesn't matter who plays quarterback in this offense because Ahmad Hardy is option 1, 2, or 3. And you saw him a year ago, man. Not only does he have that home run speed to make big plays, but he also runs that stretch play so nice and breaks tackles and uses his physicality. Palmer, I bet you wish you had a guy like that in the backfield.
Yeah, and you mentioned the breaking tackles. That was really the thing. His contact balance and his ability to somehow stay on his feet on those outside zone plays were huge for Missouri's offense a year ago, and they're going to be looking to do that again. You better pack a lunch on defense every single time you're playing this guy. No question, we're expecting big things from him this season.
Big play to start the drive, a little tougher sense. Now a crucial 3rd down on this drive. Motion from the wideout. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons. He's got it. He was fighting his way toward those sticks, but they'll stop him a couple of yards short.
Yeah, he was able to make one guy miss, but he had to make 2 in order to pick up that 1st down. It was a nice individual effort, just not enough.
And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. The field goal is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the 1st half. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. Breaks into the open. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. 1st down for this offense. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Keeping his eyes downfield. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Right side, it's Frazier. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
And this offense, I think, will do a good job in this game divvying up the football and distributing it to different guys in the passing game. It won't just be receivers. It's not going to be tight ends. This running back, he's a weapon, too, after he catches it. You saw it right there.
And he won't make it to the marker, stonewalled for the 2nd straight play. The Tigers will call a timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Follows his blocks. It's Roberts. On the move is the 30. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
He tries to take the top off. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield complete.
Ball is loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, thanks. Welcome into the Week 11 version of the EA Sports College Football Update Show as we inch closer to bowl season. We begin with a look at Kansas taking on the number 19 team, the Arkansas State Red Wolves. And it's the Jayhawks on top in a game most people didn't give them a chance in. But this team remains steadfast all week, and their belief is paying off.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Connor? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Throws it off the RPO. Oh, he's got some space. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. The Tigers look to keep this drive humming. Cuts it upfield. It's Roberts. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Throwing Simmons. Fires complete on the crosser. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down.
When you can run routes like this big guy, you can line him up in the slot. You can give him some extra space to work and just let him find the open holes over the middle of the field. It's a good idea to line him up in different spots to help him out, but he's a big part of this passing game. You saw why there.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Hoffman. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Pass to 6. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success. This offense is doing what they want to do, how they want to do it. Defense is going to need to do something different to try to mix up this rhythm.
Here's Simmons to throw. Caught, it's Harris. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him, getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football, knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead, it's Roberts. Works his way ahead for about 3 yards, stopped at the 23. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Simmons fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. That one will give them the lead.
And a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds in the end zone. Touchdown.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Changing the routes with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Stockton. It's dropped after taking the hit.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Fires to the big fella. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Secures it at the 30. Makes a move. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. They'll start this drive from the 42. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Warner. There he goes. And how much running room have they been able to find on the ground? Man, are they piling up some gaudy rushing stats.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Throwing Simmons. He's going for a big play downfield. Hauls it in down the sideline. Both of these teams still on the outside looking in at the top 25, but here are the rankings as we are winding our way toward the end of the season. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Trying to run, it's Warner. And he's in! Touchdown, Missouri! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone.
Number 19, set to kick off.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Hauls it in. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
This defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's the big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Second down to the air. Picked off again. He's now thrown 20 interceptions. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. interception. Here come the Missouri Tigers, the offense ready to go to work. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. The run inside. It's Roberts. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
We'll send the tight end in motion. Handoff again. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have any.
The last 2 runs went headlong into a brick wall. Now 3rd and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Simmons from the gun on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
The kick is on its way. Not a lot of room to field this one. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. They get the ball back after the punt, and they've got to be efficient here as time is winding down. Got him downfield. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
He had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. Back to pass, it's Stockton. Finds his man.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires to the tight end. Gets the ball up to the 50-yard line, and it'll be 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get to 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
On the move. Looking down the left side. And he needed a little bit wider field as that one falls out of bounds.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
There's nothing better than being a defensive lineman in a defense period that pressure the quarterback, that gets hits on him, that make him feel uncomfortable, especially when you come into their building and you get everybody really, really quiet. That's a great feeling.
Looking downfield, it's Stockton. Turns it upfield. They bring him down at the 45-yard line, and this defense rises up on third down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the feet. Converts on fourth down. Still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. Oh, pressure's coming. Out wide right, it's Frazier. Turning it on. Brought down at the 10-yard line, and a nifty pickup after the grab on that one.
And that's why if you're the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! That is his 3rd score of the game, and now 14 on the season. They'll line up to go for 2. Frazier again. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. Just over a minute and a half to play as they line up for the onside kick in what is likely their last gasp in this game. They'd hoped to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. These onside kicks are nearly impossible anyway, but you have to at least give them a chance by getting the ball 10 yards. They'll take the penalty and take over with the lead. Great place to start for this offense. From the gun, it's Hardy. Breaks the tackle. He's now up to 58 yards on the ground so far, and he is closing in on that 1,200-yard mark for the season. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? If they can move that thing 1 yard here, that'll probably wrap this baby up. They go right back to Hardy. He's stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the 1st down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Here's a give to Hardy. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
And talking to coaches this week, that's their guy. The running back is the guy they feel the most confident in. So I expect down the stretch, when you got to lead in this football game, you're going to keep hammering away with your best player.
And the Tigers just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Wide receiver comes in motion. In the red area, it's Hardy. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Defense takes a timeout with 30 seconds remaining.
That's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lined up in the gun. Here's Simmons on third. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. That's the way this defense wanted to wrap it up. Make a play themselves, finish off the game, and the offense can kneel it out from here. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Sets his feet. It's Stockton. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. Goes out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It's a first down and the clock is stopped. Great spot to attack there. Right off the turnover. Try to strike and keep them reeling.
Absolutely. Coaching 101. Sudden change. When you create a turnover and you get the ball back on offense, attack, attack, attack. Use the momentum. Try to make a big play.
Makes the grab inside the 30. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play. What a dynamic play on that last one. Flips the field, and they've got it 1st and 10 from the 28. Making the adjustment. Drops back on 1st down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, at this point of the game, the defense now is substituting their personnel. They've got their dime package in the game. There's a lot of DBs out there. They know this offense is going to have to throw the football to climb back in this game.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Fires toward the end zone. And he steps in just in the nick of time to get the touchdown they need, and now they need to cap it with a 2. That touchdown was huge, but you can't celebrate too long. To finish the deal, you got to have the 2-point conversion to tie the game. The pass is incomplete, and late in this game, still down by 2 after failing on the conversion attempt. First things first, they have to recover the onside kick, and then they'll have time for probably just one play. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
And you're just waiting for that right bounce, that right skip for that ball to get 10 yards to try to make something happen and make a miracle come to fruition. And, Palmer, it's not going to happen. The defense's hands team, they were ready, they were dialed in, and they get the football back.
Yeah, they fall on that one, David, and they can breathe a little bit easier now. But let's be honest. I mean, in college football, we've seen crazier things happen in these types of situations. The ball takes a crazy bounce. There's always a chance. You got to give the receiving team there a lot of credit. The hands team gets it done, and they win the game.